So when we're creating our variable names and our variables, the computer doesn't care what we call them. We could call our variable skjfip and give it the value 101, and the computer doesn't care. But when we're writing computer code, we're writing the code to give the computer instructions, but at the same time we are a human and we need to read it so we can understand what it does. So good programmers write variable names that are very descriptive, so that the humans who are reading it, who are always trying to find meaning in everything, can understand what it's supposed to be doing. But that doesn't stop us from making weird variable names. We can make it X or A or anything we want. Another thing to think about is that sometimes in our desire to make very clear descriptive variable names, we'll want to use two words. But our computer, the rules of our language say that the variable name has to be one word. So what lots of programmers do is that they'll take two words and they'll just squish them together to make one word. They'll remove the space, but then they'll add a capital letter here to make it easier for the person to read the code. And another thing to think about is when you're creating your variable names is that to a computer, favorite number with a capital N is different than the word favorite number with a lowercase n. And so this is a problem computer programmers sometimes face, is that they'll forget that they capitalize the N in their code at the beginning, and then they'll use a lowercase later in their code, and they'll get an error, and their brain is so used to reading favorite number and not thinking that this capital letter makes it different to the computer, even though to a human it seems almost the same thing. So when a language distinguishes between capital and lowercase letters, that's what they call case sensitive. So if a language is case sensitive, it means that these would be two different variable names and the computer would think that they are different things. So you could have this one be 5. So if you ever use this variable in your program, it would get the value 5 for it. And if you use this one, it'll get the value 8.